Dover, and we are back at Dover for the second time here for the Cup race in the Gen 4 cars in the Diet Dr Pepper series. Got 110 laps this time. It's going to be a tough one. The car's got more power, which means it's carrying more speed into the corners, which means it's harder to get it to slow down, and therefore is feeling very tight. I worked on the setup some. We're using a custom setup. I got it feeling decent-ish, I think, or at least I thought when I was doing my testing by myself. I thought the setup felt fine. I thought it felt pretty balanced, but I was seeing a lot of tire wear and a lot of time fall off actually on that right front, which is a good thing. But the setup itself felt balanced, I thought, even with all that wear. But getting into practice here and having a bunch of traffic, it really felt a lot tighter, I think. Just taking the air, just more dirty air. So we will see how it actually drives. It is feeling very tight right now on the track that's very rubbered up from the Busch race last night. Try and get a run to the line here, see if we can qualify decently. I don't look like I'm going to be very fast in this one. We'll see if we can come away with a top 10. Still searching for that elusive top 5, but I'm not sure this is going to be the week to get it, if we end up getting one this season at all. I think we're tied for the most top 10s on the season, but we do not have a single top 5 yet, which is unfortunate. But not sure tonight is going to be the night. This is a tough track, but that just jumped us up to the pole somehow. There's probably a lot of people left to go, but that is surprising. A 3.22 in the practice session is what we basically ran, and I was like 14th or something. So that is very surprising there, if we stay up this far. But we're ahead of JP, ahead of Alex and Kevin, Connor, Eric sitting there in 6th, and Sean in 7th. Where is Colton? Has he qualified yet? Billy down there in 8th. Colton's in 10th at the moment. That is a huge disparity from where Colton usually qualifies. Is it just because we waited a split second longer to get the lap in? Because I was doing the intro? I don't know. Look, I ran the exact same time I ran in practice. A 3.22. That is the exact same time I ran in practice. And that was 14th fastest, I think. So, I don't know what happened. We got a good chunk of the field that hasn't put in a lap yet, but I mean, a lot of these guys were a lot quicker than me in practice. Alex ran a 2.88. Kevin ran a 2.09. 2.77, 2.62, 200. That is very surprising. I ran the exact same time I ran in practice. That is hilarious. I don't know how that's possible. What is the track temp out there? Let's take a look. 114 track temp. The ambient air temp is actually not that high. I'm surprised the track temp's that high. It's only 77. 119 is what Rick's got. This says 114, though. That is surprising. We are going to be struggling on that right front. Just going to be trying to take care of it. Long race, long race. It's going to be plenty of time for stuff to happen. I went ahead and reminded everybody in the practice to go ahead and practice a pit entry getting onto pit road from speed, because we may end up needing a green flag pit stop. And as we saw yesterday, very dangerous. Everyone's got to be hyper aware. For a track like this that's just so tight but so high speed, it's like super important to know exactly what's happening in front of you. And you got to make sure the people behind you are doubly aware as well. It's just the nature of a track like this. At a big wide track like Auto Club or Michigan, or even a mile and a half like Texas, not as important. You got a lot more room, but here there's just no room whatsoever for error. So we're going to be hyper vigilant, trying to be paying attention to what's going on. But if we start on the pole and can get a lap led right out of the gate, That'd be pretty awesome. And looks like we're going to get the pole. First pole of the season, probably the only pole. I don't expect to get any poles
now it
ever.
says 121 for the race, just as an FYI.
And now the track temp has jumped up to 121. Yeah, it looks pretty hot. Be careful out there. Good luck. I'm going to move the brakes back a little bit. I cannot believe we've got control of this thing. I want to fix this stuff while I'm at it, because this stuff is bothering me. It, like, is overlapping.
The estimated SOF is 3,079.
Okay, maybe that's a little better. I kind of want this a little bit.
Expect to be fighting for the podium.
Right there.
5 cars left to
That
go.
looks better. Hopefully that'll stay. Let's go ahead and turn on this one. Got 2 sets of tires in the pits, I think.
Waiting
Yep.
on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the final car to grid.
Now what we need is to get a good jump on JP, lead the first few laps, and then if he gets around us, I don't care. I just want to get the bonus points for leading a lap.
Everyone's gridded. You have 2 additional...
Yesterday, Nick Martin qualified on pole, but he didn't lead the first lap. He got a little bit loose on exit of turn 2, I think, and Eric was able to get around him. So we're going to be going to try and lead at least 1 lap,
Alright, man, we're going green.
which may mean we have to push a little bit harder.
Line up on the inside row. Pit road is closed.
Fuel-wise, we can go past halfway, I think. I think we can do about 62 laps on the tank. So that will be something to keep in mind, but I imagine we could probably stretch that quite a bit longer as the tires wear down and we slow down a bit. Practice gunning it from second gear. I think we'll go early, just try and get a good jump. Stay back from the pace car a little bit. But this is a sight we don't see often, starting from the pole here, so that should be fun. See what we can do. 110 laps here at the Monster Mile. It's going to be a tough 110 laps. We'll do the best we can. Coming to the green. I don't see anybody behind me on the grid. What's going on with that? I don't know. Is the draw distance in my mirror messed up? Track temp is hot. Marbles are a thing. Let's just go out there and lead lap 1 and then get into save mode. Get our bonus points for leading the lap right out of the gate, and then we can not worry about it the rest of the day. There we go. I don't often get chances like that, so I'm glad that worked out pretty well for us. How many people do we have in here? I thought we had almost 40. The grid behind me looked completely empty, though, after like 14th, so I don't know what happened. It must have been draw distance got messed up, because we got 37 people in here. And we get to get started with clean air. That's something. We got a big gap to JP for some reason, too. Car definitely feels not as tight when you got nobody in front of you. But just like the ARCA race, I'm going to try and take care of the tires. Maybe that'll pay off in the long run. It doesn't really happen a lot in this car as much as it does in the old ARCA car, it seems like. There's just not enough time fall off with the tires. But I think this setup and this track combination could actually, it could really matter if you save the tires or not. Why do we have such a big gap? I cannot believe how fast we were going right now. Are we just destroying the tires? I don't feel like it. I don't know what's going on. This is very, very foreign territory for me to start on pole and then pull away. But I'm not gonna, don't feel like I'm pushing it very hard. I'm just trying to take care of the car. So if we're pulling away, then good. Even better. 110 laps, 3 sets of tires total, so there's 2 on the pit wall. So you need to go about 35 laps before you can think about changing them, I think. A little less than that. Divided into thirds, but I imagine we could end up seeing a run that's a little bit longer than that. Dover is a place on officials that is really messy a lot of the times, and is also a place I've always expected to not be so clean when we host races here, but it seems like every league race I've done here has been really, really, really clean, which is awesome. This is a really tough track to run laps at, and getting a long run makes it even more fun of a challenge. I really enjoy having to really take care of the car through the corners and make sure you don't plow the wall down. Tough tracks like this are really fun. If we could lead 56 laps, get the most laps led bonus, that would be awesome too, but let's not count on that quite yet. We got a long ways to go. And maybe JP's going to get up here and fly on by us with better tires. I'm not sure, but I'm feeling fine right now. I don't feel like I'm abusing the tires. He's got Connor just behind him. But this is 2 weeks in a row we've led laps in a race. We led some at Charlotte ahead of Colton for a little bit, and we're running top 3, top 2 for a long time before the last restart. So we're showing some pace here middle of the season. I'm happy about that. Hopefully we can continue to improve. Yeah, JP's catching up now. Maybe he's just pushing a little bit harder now that he had Connor behind him. I don't mind if he gets up in front of us. I'm not worried about that. I would like to be in clean air for as long as possible, but I don't want to abuse my tires too much trying to stay ahead of faster people. It is getting very tight though. Looks like Connor and JP are both catching up to me. I did not test 2 tires this week, but I imagine that will still work okay, especially with how tight it is. JP's flying up here. Got some smoke out of 4.
Sorry about that, 33. It was my fault.
No caution or anything. Hopefully everything's clean. JP looks to be running a little bit higher through the corners, maybe. Take a look behind us again. Yeah, he enters low, kind of drifts up, but we're kind of doing the same thing. And we get a yellow.
Sorry about that, Rick.
Didn't do too many laps there. 17.
No problem.
Do we want to take tires there?
So I think it would have happened to me too if I was in this spot. That's what David.
Good little first run though.
Not too bad.
I feel like it's too early to take tires.
Feel a little bit better. Yeah, I just got tight trying to pass and it didn't go.
I don't know. This is the times when I don't like being in the lead, when I can't decide whether to pit.
Check up a bit for those guards in front of you there, Shane.
But this is so early in the race, I don't think it's going to hurt us if we do the wrong thing
I
here.
got you. Hey,
Unless we
looked like you just come
use
down
up a
the
set
track,
that we
but
need later.
I was holding my line on the bottom.
I
think we'll stay out. Maybe we'll fall backwards.
Sorry if I picked your back end up there early, Benjamin. I was trying to be a little impatient, I guess. I'm not sure what I was doing.
No worries. We're all good.
If we had 3 sets of tires in the pits like we did last week,
Andrew, you're all good, buddy.
I would go ahead and take a set now, but this early on, I think we just go ahead and stay out. But I would not be surprised to see some people in the
I
back.
just ran a short
Pit and
practice
take
session,
tires.
and it was like tire wear was massive, so I was trying to take it super easy.
Yeah, that was my goal with the setup, get something that makes tire wear happen.
I thought I was, and I wanted to go forward, I guess. I didn't mean to end you. All good, no one died.
I don't think anybody's lap down.
Well, at least I saved it there, Shane. No worries.
Also, the pace car line got updated
I didn't hear what you said.
this week 13, so that's why it's running all the way down the apron almost. Marbles are getting picked up big time here during the pace laps. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, the caution laps have been really
Here's
short
a weird
here.
one. My tire info is showing some hot temps and percentages like I was on pit road, which I wasn't though. Isn't it supposed to just update when you're on pit road?
I think that's probably from the practice session.
That's real cool.
Yep, the previous session.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Just carried over. All right.
A lot of marbles on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do to the tires on this restart, so watch out for wheel spin and stuff. First restart with all of them.
Alright, man, we're going green
all
next
that
time.
up after the rubber's picked up, but not here.
You think weaving is going to do anything? Clean the tires off?
When we were going through 3 and 4 that time, like the track was getting shades lighter.
Look at all the rubber that got picked up on the bottom line. Yeah, it's like completely white
Oh,
now.
that's what that was. I was wondering about that. I'm like, why is the track just getting lighter all of a sudden?
That is crazy. Yeah, the bottom line is way lighter now. All the rubber got taken off.
Well, I'll be.
That is going to make things interesting. Now the only rubbered line is the middle. Well, how's this going to drive? I have no idea. The bottom looks completely green. Hopefully, the wheel spin isn't too bad.
Get ready.
Gets JP back to us. He was going a lot quicker there in the second half of that run, so he may be getting around us quickly.
Green flag, green flag.
We all get a good jump. What's this bottom lane going to feel like? Feels like it has a lot more grip. Is what it feels like. Definitely feels like it has more grip than before. Well, maybe not. I just completely slid up through the line that time.
Sorry about that, Sean. I'm off the bump button. You're all good?
But it feels okay if I keep it down there. Get it slowed down enough. Try and do that every lap. More laps I can lead, the better. But at least we got the 5 for leading 1. JP not going away though, he's getting quick. I'm pushing a little bit harder this run because I feel like we're gonna not have these tires on for too much longer if we get another yellow within the next 10 laps. Most people running that middle groove. That time I clipped the apron, wasn't very good. If I keep it as low as possible, it feels really good, but that is a tough line to hit consistently.
Sorry, Jake.
I'm struggling in 1 and 2. Rubber's getting built back up, especially on the exit of 4 there. Doing all right. Got a little gap to JP, not growing quite as fast as it did in the first start, but not too bad either. Track position is so important with these cars. I'm always wanting to qualify well, but don't often do it, and we got the best qualifying possible in this race, which is leading to some early success. Hopefully we can sustain it. Got to close one of these races out sometime. JP running that middle in 1 and 2, I feel like that would give him a really good exit, but he hasn't really been able to close in at all down the backstretch. Maybe he's getting tight through the center. Can't get on throttle quite as early as he wants. Just run it as low as possible. That seems to be working for me. Ideally not on the apron though. That was a bad 3 and 4. JP got tight, I got tight, I got real tight, almost into the wall. Now we're getting loose, he's a little bit closer. Taking a little bit of the air off the spoiler on exit, but that's okay. Maybe pushing a little bit harder to try and get a lap lead, get those points. But hasn't got a good enough run yet. Kind of fell back a little bit. Spotter thinks we're in the fuel window.
I'll let you go here, Nick.
Which we probably are. We're in the tire window as well.
Thanks, Rick.
SK running low on the straights. Hopefully he gives us the lane. Okay. Leaves us plenty of room there on exit. And it's pit stop time.
Sorry.
4 tires and fuel. I'm just going to fill it up and get some extra turn in it. We'll definitely be taking tires this time. Take a look at the tire readings.
Can't tell if I came up off the wall a little bit or not.
I think clean air is huge. I think if we get put
You gotta get up here.
behind anybody, we may struggle. So we'll see what this pit stop is like. But we got the best pit stall in the business.
Keep on coming.
I imagine most people are going to pit
I do
here.
appreciate the bottom Dan.
Pretty good starting runs. SK just got put a lap down. He'll immediately get that lucky dog. Billy trying to get his auto fuel to work.
Put in the cheat codes over here.
Make sure we don't get a speeding penalty.
Got fuel hacker.
All the way to the back.
Fuel hack to magically make my right front tire not explode?
I mean the front of the pit road.
Yeah, if you covered the fuel and set it on fire.
Boxing 10. 5. 3.
Such a slow pit road speed, you would think we could get stopped in our box without any issue. And we can. 47 73 61 71 for Andrew.
Alright, that's it.
And JP beats us. That's what I thought.
You only have one set of tires remaining. Line up single file.
I thought we'd lose a spot on pit road. We always do, it seems like.
Extra 34.
Now, are we going to be able to get that back? I have my doubts, but we led the first 35 laps, which I'm happy about. 38 laps, I think. We were not good on the tires.
66, 75.
58, 72 for
73,
Colton.
76.
If we're better on our tires, can we even be faster, though, is the thing? We haven't got a run long enough, really, to tell. Had that run gone long, but we would have definitely got past.
71, 74.
We were using them up early on, I think. So let's see if we can back it down, maybe save a bit here. We were some of the worst tires.
We're going green next
I
time.
am awful at this racetrack.
It is a very, very tough
Another
track.
question. I've never asked, so I'm just going to ask now. When you guys say the tire readings, which reading is it? The intermediate or outer?
Alright, man. Line up on
Middle.
the outside road
Yeah,
now.
middle.
Thank you, Dan. And Riley.
Middle. That's what matters.
I don't know, I like my outers better. 89, 79 on the outer.
Yeah. Yeah, I junked the camber on this setup.
Yeah, the temps look nicer out there.
I'm going to say it's not a lie.
Oh, I'm being left side numbers.
Alright, getting ready to go green here. JP to the lead now. He's going to get some lap lead points. Already has, actually.
Get ready.
And we'll see what we got for him, if anything. We'll see if we just go straight backwards.
Alright, man. 8 cars in.
There he goes. Watch out for the wheel spin. Yeah, my draw distance and mirrors setting got messed up somehow. I don't know what happened. All the rubber through the corners is basically gone. This is crazy. It's never acted like this before. This is very interesting. Part of the update they just did. Ooh. We're in dirty air now. Do we try and get the lead back? The lap lead back? That's what it was coming out of my mouth, but not what I was trying to say. We might be able to get the lead back. See if we can set up a pass, run up a little higher. Or just drive around him on the outside. That was surprising. I didn't expect that. Huh. We're back to the lead, I guess.
I'll give you a quick name on here.
If we could get most laps led, that would be amazing. I think we need to try and get there. We're going to have to go to like lap 60 something now. But it's looking okay for us for now. JP just doesn't really fire off on new tires, but he's better longer. But he's probably saving a lot better right now, which is why he's dropping back some, but he'll be back. He was quicker than us on the first start after about 15 laps. So we're pulling away for now, but I expect him to come back to us. Question is he going to be able to come back quick enough to get around us? Car definitely feels better with new tires, as you would expect. I don't think we're going to mess around with 2. I think 4 is going to be fine. We get a late restart, then somebody may jump in front of us, but I think with the handling the way it is, you're going to want 4. But who knows? I've thought that before, and it has proven me wrong multiple times already. And once again, I do not feel like I'm pushing it that hard at all, but we are pulling away. But we must be pushing harder than they are. A little bit loose on exit there. I like that feeling. Better for the right front. If we put a little more pressure on the right rear instead. I'd like to see this run go to about lap 65. I think at that point we will have locked down most laps led. I think. We'll see. We need to get past halfway, which is only in a few laps. How many laps did we not lead? Like 2 or 3? What a weird line of thinking I've got in this race, because this is never a situation I find myself in where I'm leading in one of these races. Oh, he's gained a couple tenths back on us. He may be starting his charge forward. Is this run going to be long enough for him to be able to make the pass? We will see. Sitting about 1.4 back. Got some more lap traffic coming up. But I think everybody that's in the race is still on the lead lap, because we put SK lap down and then he immediately got the lucky dog. The people who caused the caution must not have wrecked too bad, because they didn't even go a lap down and are not off the pace enough to go a lap down immediately. So that's good for them. If you get in a wreck here and can continue without needing a bunch of damage fixed, that's pretty lucky, because this track being so high speed and so narrow, you get big ones quite often. We got lucky yesterday.
Thank you.
Where we were able to keep going and hang on to an 8th place without really fixing the damage. Had we fixed all the damage, we definitely wouldn't have gotten 8th, because we would have dropped all the way to the back. 2 minutes are optional. Yep, JP's catching up again. He's running a bit higher. I think that's helping him. We're at halfway right now. Oh, he's gained a ton on us. Need to stay out here like 10 more laps to lock down most laps led. I guess we'll run higher this lap. This corner.
Thanks, bud.
SK pulling over for us.
Thank you.
We got a decent exit there. Maybe we'll try it again. We got a little bit of a gap, though that has decreased quite a bit. I don't want to run too high, but if we can run a little bit higher and then get a good drive out, that might be alright. He's still catching us, so I'm not sure it's making a difference.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's getting tight though. We're definitely not the best on tires out here, but maybe we don't need to be.
Yeah, no problem.
Kind of run middle, see if we can get a little bit better of an exit. We're getting pinched off down low right now with the way the tires are. And we get a yellow.
Oh man, I was trying to keep off. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
Now do we take tires? That is a terrible time for a yellow.
Yeah, sorry again, Colton. It just hooked a left on me on the straightaway.
Oh, did Colton get in that? That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, so I know you're defending hard, I get it.
He's back in 11th.
I didn't mean to end it like that. It was around me.
What do we do here?
No damage, right?
Looks like I'm fine. Hopefully you're all good too.
Can we afford to take our last set of tires?
Wait, now you 50.
I feel like we can't. I feel like we should stay out.
He's broken. We're gonna need help.
I don't want to take our last set yet.
I've got emotional, damn it. Guys, we gotta go.
These runs haven't been super long. Let's see what people behind us do. A little fake out. Okay, most people are staying out. Eric going in. Try something different. That's a good idea. He's going to blow by us and get to the lead.
Checking up in 3.
But we are going to lock in the most laps led, which is amazing. It's just too early to... I mean, there's too many laps left to take the last set of tires.
Colton is broken. He's running in 10th place instead of 1st.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, that feeling when everybody except the one car behind you goes into the pit road.
How many people did go to pit road there?
I'm the one car behind you. How do you think I feel?
The back half of the field.
Yeah, it's not your vibe, yeah.
These runs we haven't seen a run really long enough to think that this would go green to the end, so I think we got to keep our set.
I know we're pretty clean. But
It
I
may
think we got another caution
it may
there.
screw us in the end, but we'll see. We've got most laps led,
I'd take that last set.
which is
I'd love to see what
phenomenal,
the field
so
looks like at the end
that's a
of
lot
the
of bonus points for us this race, regardless of what happens. Hopefully we can at least get a decent finish.
Car is a handful.
I'm going to run up the middle
And it
here
feels
and
like
see
a
if we can
giant
pick up some more of this rubber.
God, it feels like a turn at the beginning of the run.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did that differentiate it from earlier? Right? That's awful.
My car feels great.
Yeah, I'm kind of partial to this track. It's just you got to have patience at the track. But yeah, this car can be a little bit of a handful. So it's fun to force yourself to be controlled.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
Not sure if there's people a lap down on track.
National Guard, Ford Fusion is great.
Oh, Colin, I don't think
Faster
beat the
than
pace
Xfinity
car there.
Pack?
You may have.
No, now it's faster than a Napa Auto Parts oil change, I guess.
Swing and a miss. Hate to break it to you, but I'm pretty sure you're driving the Forest.
No idea if cleaning tires is a thing. I'd like to think it is.
Shane, I want to know who your tire guy is, because I'm really offended at how well you just rolled the bottom past me.
Because I've been rolling the bottom the whole time, and I'm waiting. You got to wait really long on throttle at it too, because it'll push really hard at it too. So you just got to take it easy.
That's too late on this set.
His tire guy is Goodyear. We all have the same one.
Get ready.
Dylan, this car is junk, so I'm going to go low at the start.
All right, man. Race cars in.
10-4, thank you.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, that felt wheel spin. JP caught the wall, I think. I had to lift off a little bit to make sure that we didn't do that.
Oh man, sorry again, Tyler. Sorry. Your front wheel does not look good.
Man, the tires feel so much better after some pace laps. Get them cooled down. We need to move the brakes all the way back. Have I done that yet?
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Nope,
Line up
you're right.
to 5.
Have you checked
Your
out?
road is closed. Heads up, 30.
Quick yellow here. I don't think we take tires here either.
Sorry for pushing up there. That was all on me. That car hit 0 turn. I guess the marbles got it.
I think dirty air plays a huge factor too.
Yeah, I've been noticing when I'm tucked right up under somebody, it's pretty rough here.
I'll have to review the replay, but I'm pretty sure I was in clean air on the bottom. It just did not turn at all. That's the first time I felt that.
Huh. Mine felt good.
Marvel's question?
Maybe it was.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, Nick, is my rear end, my spoiler straight still? I mean, it does take a few laps for the bottom to come back in after a restart, I found.
Yeah, it cleans up really quick.
Benjamin, your outer fender's bent in, but your spoiler looks straight.
Still too early, I think, and the tires felt really good there firing off.
Like I'm on a dirt track.
Colin, which tire's all screwed up?
But I think that caution's going to end up hurting us because JP got a bad restart that time. We had a big gap there. So, but maybe we can get another good restart.
There was nothing but marbles. I thought for sure it was going to spin me out. It was a little scary visual.
I want to do donuts on those now.
Yep, I can see the track getting brighter again.
Track's going to be almost completely cleaned off after 2 back-to-back cautions.
I thought we saved it. I saw somebody spin across my nose. I'm so sorry about that.
I was me checking up, overreacted, and Nick didn't have anywhere to go underneath me, so...
Kevin, having a good run. He's back in 3rd.
Just part of this racetrack. Not mad about it.
With the point lead, I think. How far back is
Dan, you still
Eric?
out, buddy?
He took tires. He's back in 23rd.
Believe it or
That is
not.
a long ways back. I think there's more people that took
Yeah,
tires
I
than
don't
him, though.
think go too well for us when we're separated.
You know, I'm due to finish a race after last week, so...
Try and clean off
Must
this
be
middle
why I'm
groove a little
not.
bit. All right. Let's get back to a good run.
All right, man. We're going green next time. Bye.
Good, sir.
Alright, man. Line up on the outside road.
See if we can stay ahead of JP. Kevin just behind him. See what kind of speed he's got. He got ahead of Connor, who was behind JP pretty much the whole time. Got Andrew coming out of the pits. I think he's got to start in
I don't know what happened.
bottom
I'm just
lane.
gonna Stay low. We got everybody's way.
Just maintain pace speed, hopefully not cause a big stack up on the backstretch. That always happens. Since we're in the lead, we can run lower like we've been doing all the restarts here, which I like.
Get ready.
28, I'm going low at the start.
The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
JP got a much better start that time. Now we got to remember how to drive. Here comes Kevin. He may be on new tires. He hasn't got around JP yet, though. He needs to hold him up as long as possible. For our sake.
That was just good lighting.
They're racing hard right behind us. And they're running a much higher groove. Maybe we need to run middle again? I'm not sure. I prefer to run the bottom. Oh, big tight that time out of the corner. Run a little bit higher here, get it turned down. Oh, it's getting tighter, real tighter. They're both looking quick behind us. Then there's a big gap. You got a bit of a nose shove there right behind us. That gets Kevin past him. We run the bottom now in front of him, and then maybe, oh, Tyler can't turn. It's all right. He got it to pit road in time. Kevin with a huge run.
Got one inside. Still there. Still there.
He's gonna take the lead.
Stay high. Good job. The next car is leader. Clear low. Clear
I hope he's got new tires. He might just be that much quicker than us. But we've got most laps led, which I'm happy about. Much tighter behind Kevin. Not liking how that's feeling. Sorry, JP, I wasn't blocking. I was getting loose. Let's just get him past us, too. Otherwise, we're going to lose another spot to Connor. Oh man, we are plowing. We need the caution to come out quick. Or we're going to fall very far backwards. Just run up top now. Because it's so dang tough to pass. Oh, he got tight. He's going to get the run down the back stretch on exit. But is it going to be enough? I'm really tight through the center of 3 and 4. I don't really want to back off because there's so many people behind him. Oh, Eric, he's on new tires. He might be coming 3 wide here in a second. Oh, they're wrecking behind us. Where's the yellow for that? Now we get a yellow. And we don't get the spot. But that's fine. We'll take tires, and I'm going to put some fuel in it.
Sorry, Ryan. I wasn't trying to fuck you up there. Yeah,
Let's add a little bit of fuel.
I didn't even get up like that in front of you. I almost lost it.
And
No, you're totally fine, man. I was chucking up.
put our last set of tires on it. We may not win, but we can maybe get a decent finish. That's about the perfect timing for the yellow.
Yeah, Alex, I was just trying to not run over you. And
Unfortunate Connor got around us. I was trying to hold him off, but it's all right.
that was very scary.
Farthest back, we're going to start all race. See if the people that
Nothing happened.
took their last set of tires are going to stay out, which I imagine they will. Eric going to have clean air now. We'll see how good of a run he can have.
It was fun racing while it lasted. There goes another one later, guys.
That sucks for Dan.
Oh, that's unfortunate, Dan. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Got some people staying out. Shane, Eric, Chad, Alexander. Things are going to get interesting.
Someone really died on that one.
This is what we wanted, though. Not pitting that one caution. We still got the first pit box.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
64-60.
All right. 34.65 for me.
Oh my goodness.
Billy taking 2, huh?
Yeah, sorry, Eric.
All right,
if
that's
I
it, go.
turned in on you, I didn't mean to.
Oh, don't speed. That was close.
A tiny bit.
No! Oh!
Only 2 sets of tires, wasn't it?
He had the position when the yellow flag came out.
Oh, no, you didn't get a penalty, did you, Gavin?
Yep.
Let the 95 car by. He had the position when the yellow flag came out. Let the 16 car by. Let the 30 car by.
There goes another one.
33
You got
car
David in
by.
that one?
He had the position
We cannot finish out one of these races. Just impossible for us.
car by. He had the position when the yellow flag came out. 17
Okay.
car by.
A lot of racing left, though. Well, not really, but maybe we can get something.
He had the position when the yellow flag came out. Let the
It's going to be basically impossible, though.
position when the yellow flag came out. Let the
Tire saving was not the play this week, I guess.
The stupid yellow line.
He had the position when the yellow flag came out. All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
I
All
also
right, man.
got a
Line
penalty.
up on the outside
The
road.
stupid yellow line is so far out in front of my pit box, and I went up to like 39, gassing it up, and then slowed it back down, but I thought it was quick enough that we could get away with it, but no such luck. That definitely takes away our chances at winning. Probably takes away our chances at the top 10. And that is how you throw away a great race. But if you just watch any of my races in this season, pretty much see that. at a lot of the races where I do not finish where I want to.
I'm a little banged up, Colton, so I'm sure.
Hopefully
you know,
we can get
I'll
through
go a
these
little
guys
bit
without
lower.
causing problems. I'm gonna have to be pretty aggressive though, unfortunately. How far up can we make it? Let's just not wreck anybody.
Green, green, green.
I just want to not wreck people. Alright, where is Benjamin gonna go? Okay.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear. Outside.
Oh, that was close.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. All clear, all clear.
We just gotta go right now. It is not as easy to race in traffic as it was up front.
Got one outside.
Jostling around up ahead.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Cover your box, left position. The car is 5, jump in, box left.
Oh my gosh, it got tight. We did not get clear of him like I thought.
Yep, sorry about that earlier. Actually, I had no chance of stopping.
It's all good, man. I just
Somebody up in the wall up there.
Sorry about that. We were really wide.
Try and set up a run here, maybe. Oh, I don't have a good where to go here. This might work okay though. No, we don't. Need to go low, I think.
Got one outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Get around Raymond.
7, 8, 2, all
I
clear,
tried
all
to stay right, Bradley.
Get a huge run. Try and take it.
Got one outside. Stay low. All clear, all clear.
Nick Martin further back than he usually is. Maybe he's got damage. Oh, he just letting us go here. Much appreciated, but you didn't have to do that. We're battling each other in points. I'm gonna need another yellow to get caught back up. We're in 18th. Made up a few spots, but nowhere near where we need to be. I just cannot finish one of these races. I do good at the beginning and then throw it away. Oh, big wall hit for Mick. Flip the apron there, trying to keep it low. Trying to get good runs, but not really getting them. See if we can get a run on Colin. They're 3 wide out of turn 4 there. Keeping it straight. Coming down to 10 to go pretty quick. Bradley running low there. He's a lap down. We're up too high. We got a big run on these guys. Nowhere to go with it. Get around Chad. 10 laps to go. They're 3 wide up ahead.
Hopefully my free fall is over now.
20 cars taking the lead. I'm not sure who that is. If we get a top 15, that would be okay. That's just in front of us here with this big group. There's Alexander. He was one of the ones that stayed out up front, so he's really fallen off. Tires make a huge difference, as we suspected. I'm glad. I am glad. Oh, they're making contact.
Got one outside. You're clear high, clear high.
Oh man, Colin Dyson, slicing and dicing through the lanes up there, making moves. I wish we could follow him. Got around John and Sage, and then got loose on exit. Hopefully we get a decent exit here. We don't. Felt the arrow tight as he washed up. Contact up ahead. Oh, up into the wall. Hard. Is that going to be a yellow? I don't really want it to be now. We may still get a restart. That's another position for us. Unfortunate for whoever that was. I don't know. We're getting tight now. We can't really do much. 5 laps to go. Yeah, I know. We just got way too tight at the end of this run. But that's how we were doing all race, basically. Getting way too tight at the end, or at least going slower than everybody else at the end. But I think it paid off in this restart. We got to make up a few spots. John going way up the track on exit. Still gets a good exit on Christian. Is he going to be able to make the pass? Two to go. We may only get one more spot, if any. I'm not sure we're going to get that. Coming to the white flag, I believe. Oh, John got real tight that time. That's going to save us. We're going to get around him, I think.
Still there. All clear, all clear. You got one inside. Still there. Clear low, clear low.
Now, as long as they don't hit the wall, they're going to come away with that. We get back to 13th.
Nicely done.
Good race. That was fun. We recovered okay.
Our last run, I was smiling ear to ear.
Great job to Christian to hang on there.
That was fun running 30.
Kevin gets the win.
Man, you were catching me face. I was good running. I couldn't get past it.
Thanks, Colton. Great race, everyone. That was awesome.
Yeah, great race, great win. That was a fun one. I liked that combo. I thought the tire saving really made a difference and played a big role in that. Great job.
And Nick still somehow beat us with a 2-tire call.
Woo! That was a fun one. That was a fun combo. Really, really tight. And takes a lot of effort.
What happened with him?
We got shuffled back in traffic there with our mistake, but it was our mistake. No one to blame but ourselves there.
I'd like to find some luck.
And
Alright, man, that's it. The race is over.
at least we got back to 13th, so we made up some good chunk of spots there at the end, and our 10 bonus points are going to
I still would have loved to feel this car at the end of the run.
pay off big time for us.
Right here.
Does it tell us what our tires are in this run? I think that's the last run.
Good race there, everyone.
Oh, hey, we ran a clean race,
Tired, man.
and we led a bunch of laps. Nick winds up with the top 5. We still can't get a top 5, don't even get a top 10 this week. But we led the most laps. But I'd much rather have a decent finish. But I think we got a decent finish, all things considered. We finished top half of the field. We got shuffled back to like 27th or something. We recovered, but wind up with not as good of a finish as I would have wanted. That's just the way it goes. Oh, 17, Dylan and Mick, I believe, in the 32 coming together there. Let's see, Mick. He keeps it a little bit low. 17 comes up. I'm not sure. It's kind of a racing deal. He maybe could have been higher there, but it's hard because if you try and arc it a little bit higher, you can easily push up into the wall. I think it's maybe more on Dylan for coming up there. You can see everyone else running lower, kind of. I don't know. It's a tough deal there. More of a racing thing, I think. Obviously, neither one are meaning to do that. Oh, and then contact with Shane as Nick King is getting loose through the marbles, I think. This is what I was talking about in the... what was it? He didn't really get loose there, though. He kind of just turned down. In the info post on the Discord, if you get up in the marbles, you can get loose, but I don't think he really got loose. I think he just came down and didn't know there was somebody down there. And then I think Raymond was lifting a bit for that, and Shane couldn't see it. Just drives through him there, but I don't think that gave him any damage. And then nothing. Going green again. Nothing. Jump to lap 33. Maybe getting tire calls this early. I would have loved to see green flag pit stops, but unfortunately we never got that far. But hey, you know what? We got to be out front for a long time. We got to lead the most laps. We get to start on pole. We never get to do that kind of stuff. That is awesome that we got to do that. We just got to clean up the end of these races. I struggle closing them out for some reason. And just a terrible mistake there on that final pit stop. And you can't have that kind of stuff if you want to compete for the wins. Big net code there with Dylan coming up out of the corner with Chad on his outside. Chad, I mean, they weren't even going to touch. He left him in the lane. Dylan came up a little bit, but I don't think they were going to touch without that net code. That's unfortunate there. And that will give him a little bit of damage, but track like this, not a huge deal. It will affect you though. Oh, Bradley getting loose out of the corner, that will hurt. If you get suspension damage on the front end. Knock the toe out. Andrew grabs the apron a little bit, then it gets loose up out of the corner. He's dragging the wall the whole way down the straightaway, trying not to pull it off and wreck people. He does a good job keeping it up there, but costs him several spots. And then, oh, Alex It's got Colton right behind him. We felt that a couple times coming out of the corner and down the straightaway. It just starts snapping loose. And Colton kind of weaved back a little bit, and they make a little bit of contact, but they both are able to keep going. More tire calls, I think. That's lap 60. And then Tyler loose, and oh, he just gets driven through there by Colin. Colin really not ready for that. He just came down a little bit too far. I don't think he realized. And then he gets clobbered again. Tyler does not have a lot of luck in hosted events. Oh, and that gave Jake a penalty too. But he had enough damage that it didn't really matter. That's unfortunate. Big damage for them. And then this is the restart where everybody had the wheel spin. This is when JP and Connor caught the wall there, and that was going to give us a good jump. I wish it stayed green longer, but we get an instant yellow here. We'll see how that happens. Eric lifts up Raymond's rear tires a little bit, sends him into the wall. Unintentional there. And then Shane just gets tight out of the corner like he said, and then that gets them all stacked up, and then accordion effects, I think. Riley gets sent. Yeah, Nick Martin nowhere to go. Pretty big impact there for Riley. And that is the yellow on lap 67. Right after we had the restart. And then, oh man. Press just gets packed as they're all checking up. That was a big one. That was a really big one, lap 67. I'm going to have to, that might be the thumbnail. Much to the dismay of all these guys. And that's why Bradley was a lap down. He has not had a lot of luck this series either. Unfortunately. Oh my goodness. That was the big one. Okay, we restarted lap 75. Make sure the recording's okay. Getting some tire readings. You get tire readings, tire calls, tires falling off, popping up really early into these runs. Rick's got damage. He can't hang on to it, and I think that gave him even more damage. He may be trying to get to pit road, but he's not going to get there that time. Maybe he can keep it going. Here's where my tires are giving up. Kevin's catching up quickly. I don't think he was on new tires with the rest of them. I think he was just faster, saving it for the end. And it worked out for him. He got the win. Great job. That will help him in the points big time. He's leading the points right now before the drop weeks. I'm sure Colton's going to be leading after the drop weeks get counted. But him getting a win there is definitely going to help. I think that's his first win. We'll have to double check that. He may have got one early in the season. I can't remember. Colton kind of struggled this race for his standards. He was running in the top 10, but towards the back of the top 10, I think he ended up getting wrecked. Which will hurt him in the points because he's already got a couple drop weeks used for some races he couldn't make. So it's going to hurt him, but he's got enough wins, I think it won't really matter too much at this point. But he's going to have not too many more wrecks as the season goes on, but sometimes you just can't control it a lot of the time. Seen a lot of people with tires. There's that big gaggle of cars that we were holding everybody up there on the outside. That's what we were doing before this final caution, and hopefully we didn't cause the issue. Oh, yeah, that's right. It happened right behind us, and Colton just nowhere to go. Sean gets spun there. Eric comes up. Sean kind of comes down, and then that's a big one right behind us. That's unfortunate. Oh, still getting clobbered. As the yellow comes out, you got to check up. Especially in a place like this, you can't see what's in the corners. The banking's just too high. You got to just start checking up, get ready to have to stop. A lot of people just keep it going until they see something, but you just got to be ready. You never know what you're going to see coming around the corner. Places like this and Bristol. Bradley there just kind of drove into the back of Rick as he was in the wall. Hard racing at the end. Oh, he gets the wall there. Net code. but they survive. Lap 101. Oh, and little contact there with Alex. He gets loose, trying to hang on to it, and that destroys the right front, and we do not get a yellow for this. He's high enough out of the groove and is still rolling. We could have had a restart here, lap 105, but it would have been like a 2-lap shootout, but that is an unfortunate way for his race to end. And now it's stuck on Tyler. He may have a piece of the car breaking off. Oh, and then Caden and Riley coming together. That broke his car. That's coming to the checkered flag, I believe. Let's see how that happens. Caden trying to duck in, and Riley was already turning down there, and then he drifts out of the corner, trying to hang on. I think he only lost that one spot to Caden, though. So he still is alright. Finishes 20th. And then Tyler trying to limp it around. And Kevin gets the win. Great job to him. He was quickest there at the end of that race. He was passing us. He passed us really easily and got to the lead. And he did a great job to get the win. Let's take a look at the results and the points. Billy winds up getting the fastest lap. So that's a little point for him. 1 bonus point. Does not lead a lap. Kevin leads 18 laps, gets 160 points there. We get 5 cautions for 15 laps. Eric ended up leading 15. Connor was running up front all day. So was JP. They both finish 3rd and 5th, respectively. Then Ryan, Dylan, Shane, Colin, and Eric round out the top 10. Eric, with that pit call that he made to pit when everybody else stayed out up front and then the back half of the field pit, I guess that wasn't the correct strategy, because it didn't wind up giving them too many spots. I wonder who was on that strategy. I think Nick pit, but I'm not sure. He probably took 2 at some point. Maybe it was the last one he took 2 to keep the track position. We lead 73 laps, which gets us 118 points, which puts us above, or gets tied with Dylan for 7th place there, so that's awesome. But had we finished 4th, we would have had 140 points, and we would have walked away with, you know, almost the most points in this session, apart from the winner. The winner gets a lot more points. But we clawed back to 13th. We got the most laps led bonus and lap led bonus, which helps us a ton. Eric leads 15 laps as well, as we've said. I don't think anyone else led any. But another big field and another lot of clean racing and a lot of green runs. So decent points day for us. Kind of meh result out of it, but that'll happen. We need to go here, Gen 4. Oh yeah, that's Kevin's second win. Where was his first win again? Oh yeah, he won Daytona. Okay, so first time he's won since season opener, so great job to him to get the win. He defeats Colton on his win streak. That's a rough finish for Colton there, but he's still got 4 wins. He's looking good. Kevin with a greater points lead at this point, but we're okay. We're actually tied with Kevin for bonus points, which is surprising after that one race for us. I think we had 10 led laps in 2 races, and now we've led laps in 3 races and led the most laps once, which is cool. Sean in 3rd. Billy, he's got a win. He's sitting in 4th, 10 points ahead of Nick Martin, who had a bit of a disappointing day today, but he's still sitting good in points. Colton sitting there in 6th with 2 races missing, so once those 2 drop weeks kick in, he's going to shoot straight up to the top most likely with those 4 wins. Nick also has a win. He's missed a race or 2 as well. He's down in 7th. He'll probably move up to the top 5 when the drop weeks kick in. Shane running solid so far. Alexander and Eric. Eric has shown a lot more speed than the results that he's had. He's got 36 bonus points, tied with Colton for the most, and doesn't have a lot of good results to show for it. But I imagine as we get down the stretch, he'll wind up getting a win or 2 and some more top 5s and stuff. But here's the standings up to this point. This was week 9, I think. Yeah, week 9. Next week will be Michigan for the halfway point in the season. After that race, I believe I will enable the drop weeks to be counted on the standings here. So, look forward to that. We got Michigan and then Sonoma, the road course. So those are going to be 2 interesting races. Michigan, I don't think is going to drive like Auto Club did. I think the track temp's going to be a little bit cooler, and there's going to be a bit more grip out there. But we will see. I'll work on the setup some. I've got a preliminary setup in there, and maybe that's what we run, but I may tweak it a bit as well. And Sonoma, I'm not going to know the first thing about setting up the car for that, so we'll probably just run default. But that is Dover. Getting right along in this season. Another good race, a lot of good clean green runs, and we got to lead some laps, so that's fun. Thanks for watching.